Tabletop Spotlight, brought to you by Dragon's Lair Comics and Fantasy. Hey everyone, I'm AdamHarry from Bull's Tabletop News with
Drake from Dragon's Lair Comics and Fantasy.
We're back with another Tabletop Spotlight. Drake, you know I love D&D.
You know I love D&D.
Are you not pumped about this new book?
I'm super pumped.
What is this new book?
Tales from the Yawning Portal is the new book, and it is essentially a best of all-star list of pre-gen dungeons from the beginning of most notably the kind of crowning jewel is Tomb of Horrors.
Oh, you're so dead.
All of them for 5th edition.
Yes, yes. So just to back up a little bit, everybody knows how the pre-constructed adventures work. The pre-generated ones.
Right.
These used to be called modules. You'd buy them in the stores, or they would run them for special tournaments like at Gen Con, things like that. And they were only in print. Some of them were only in print in these certain times. Well, now they've gone back to the archives.
They are back and adapted.
5th edition.
So jazzed. And there are 7 in total, I believe. 7
total, yes. And we've actually, here at Bulls, we actually have a couple of these. We're not going to show them. We have other videos in our retro series that we've actually gone through some of these modules.
It'll be interesting to compare.
Yes, actually, and if you check our website, we have our RPG guy, JR, going through a handful of those adventures just to compare to. So go check us out online.
But
in the meantime,
as far as this book and what it contains, it is... I also love how they're doing this. Much like Volos, they set up this compendium of information, but they frame it all like with this in-world kind of background. So the idea is that the barkeep of the Yawning Portal Tavern in Waterdeep, Durnan, is recounting these ancient tales of heroism and wonder, which are the 7 modules included here, and it's like they're like barroom stories and boasts.
So the cool part about that setting is it gives you, as the GM, if you want to run these, it gives you a little bit of a leeway to change things up from maybe like a previous version of the
right, because there's stories. And there's still hearsay and things change, so what's reality and what happens, it still gives room for that
role-playing
variability while still giving you the 7 greatest adventures.
So without further ado, let's quit stalling here and take a look inside the new Yawning Portal.
Let's go in.
Tales from the Yawning Portal. I am so excited about this one, dude.
We have we are greeted at the cover by our good friend Durnan, a former adventurer in his own right, I'll have you know. We decided to settle down and open up a very, very prestigious tavern.
And lucrative.
Yeah. It's actually an entry to Undermountain, underneath Waterdeep, the Yawning Portal is.
There you go.
Fun fact.
There's also some special characters. If you can name everybody on the on the cover, you probably should be running the game and not not.
In fact, it actually challenges you to next to the disclaimer, which 5th edition books always have the best. Right here,
which are hilarious.
There's also a mini quiz you can take where you need to name everybody, and then it's an answer key, and they
don't cheat there.
Yeah,
I do want to say that they do have the credits from the original adventures. If you're wondering what adventures are in this book, first off, we have the original bad boy of dungeons, the Tomb of Horrors, by Gygax himself, which is awesome. We've got White Plume Mountain, which was not the next adventure, but in the list. That was in '79. That was designed by Lawrence Schick. We have Hidden Shrine of the Tamoacan. Sorry, I can't read it from this. Tamawakan.
I am rusty on my Aztec dialect.
I don't have any knowledge of that, so Teotihuacan is about as far as I go.
It's pretty close.
Yeah.
Similar. By Harold Johnson and Jeff R. Leeson.
Which, actually, this was one of those encounters that was designed specifically for tournaments, by the way. So I learned this fun fact from JR, who was doing some research on these.
The birthplace of
competitive D&D, yeah. You had 2 hours. You had 2 hours to run through the entire encounter, and you got rated on how well you did. It's pretty cool.
That's pretty sweet.
We have Against the Giants, which I've actually flipped through. We have that module here at the Bulls HQ, which is pretty cool. The inspiration for Storm King's Thunder. There's a lot of not direct, but
not callbacks, but like reminiscence, maybe.
Yeah. They're both giant themed, and there's definitely some head nods if you know where to look. So. Then we also have the Sunless Citadel, which was 2000.
Which functions as our kind of entry level 1 adventure in here. Which I do also like that the ones that they chose, you can play through all of these in order with the same party, and like they level up.
Yeah, they're level appropriate at the time.
Yeah, like this is a campaign.
Yeah.
For one until they die in the Tomb of Horrors.
Well, when they totally die in the Tomb of Horrors. There's also the Fury of the Forge, which is the next one after the Sunless Citadel, and then Dead and Thay, which
just a couple of years ago.
Yeah, which was a pretty recent one, and again,
was very
fantastic.
good though.
Yeah,
I did appreciate that.
Here's the contents. I do want to point out real quick too, if you are a player in this campaign, you should probably stop now. Just go pick it up or wait to run it with your DM. But spoilers from here now, right? Fair enough to say? Spoilers?
Yeah, because I don't know what we're gonna flip to.
Yeah.
If you have a problem with metagaming,
just walk away.
Just go by it. Don't stop watching the video.
All right, we're not gonna go through everything because again, lots of classic adventures in here. If you want to look them up, you probably can find them anyway.
Yeah. On the other hand, none of these are brand new, so
yeah. That's spoilers, but it's like spoilers for Star Wars at this
asterisk.
point. Yeah. It's like, is it really fair? Anyway. Yeah, again, this is just the intro, kind of runs through how to use this book, The Yawning Portal, talks about who's in the Yawning Portal and all that fun stuff. Yeah. So it's gotta love your charts.
Which I do love that it's important to set the scene at the beginning in the bar, like who's there, what's going on. Yeah. And you get and that's your base of operations and you leave out of it.
I love that there's a heckler that mocks the cowards and makes them makes bets that the adventurers won't return from the expedition. I love that there's like oh, you're afraid to go to the Tomb of Horrors, huh? You're gonna die.
What's the matter? Afraid of the dark? Won't go to the sunless little baby?
Right.
The baby for a bulb?
There's also Elminster shows up here.
Elminster Incognito.
Incognito. There's a 10% chance he's on an errand of cosmic importance. Otherwise, he's just pressing through.
Yeah, I like that it's a low chance that he's there for something important, and he's just kind of.
What happens if you do roll? Oh, that's a side quest waiting to happen. We have to help him out.
You take him off.
That's awesome. All right. So anyway, you always enjoy those fun charts. I always enjoy those fun charts. We have the Sunless Citadel. Which one do you want to go through? I feel like we should just run through.
I think Sunless Citadel is worth it because as a level 1, it's full of goblins and kobolds, and you know that that's the end of it.
We'll flip through this one to show you kind of what you can expect with an adventure. Again, these are all previous adventures that are now have been updated for 5th edition. So these are all 5th edition rules for D&D. It's great.
And quick setting notes if you want to put it in one of their quote unquote canon worlds.
Yep, you got Dragonlance, Eberron, Forgotten Realms, or Greyhawk. Just how to do it.
The big 4.
Yep. All that fun stuff there. It's just gonna be quick. Again, this is all for the DM at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Time of the year, the different adventure hooks, how to actually get your players hooked in there, the original art, which is super awesome if you want to go back through all that.
3rd originally, I think. It was in 2000. It would be 3rd, right?
Yeah, 3, 5. Okay. Around there, roundabouts there. It's because 3 came out, and then that was 98. No. Anyway, 3 came out. This one was compatible. Anyway, because 3.5 came out, and like, I'm gonna show my age. We'll just keep moving on.
The Citadel.
So the Citadel. There's the Citadel. Yep. Sunless Citadel overview. There's a dragon cult that has valued privacy and events, built the Sunless Citadel on the surface a long time ago. There's monsters.
Connected to the famous red guy himself, a Shardalon.
There you go. I believe. There's the quick, awesome looking map of the fortress, the top level, and then on down. Ooh. Super awesome. I love these old maps. I love just the cartography.
They're all over the place now.
Yeah, but great. And I love being able to make your own. Love it. So, and then for the DMs, again, if you've never run from an adventure from a module, it is pretty much read the module, and the parts that you're supposed to read to the players are actually kind of popped out for you. So for instance, if the players make it to the secret pocket, this pocket chamber is damp as cold. The skeletons of 3 long dead archers slump against the rubble-filled arrow slits along the east and south walls. So you're supposed to read that to the players, and then as the DM, hopefully you're doing your homework and you have at least read the module, probably given at least a once-over before you actually run them through it, because it's going to have stuff you're going to want to know. So for instance, here in the tower shell, there's a secret door, there's some bodies, there's also a needle trap. You're going to want to know these things as the DM before your players get there.
Without telling your players.
Yeah, you don't read all the text to the players.
You don't like walking like, okay, well there's some bodies, a secret door, and a needle trap in here.
Oops, I wasn't
cobbled with crackled granite.
Yeah. So, but that's the basic, rundown here. there's gonna be, I think there's also like DC checks and all that stuff, but there's gonna be, like if you have an encounter, it's gonna tell you, hey, go check out this for the encounter. For like the example of this one, the creatures. Room services the barracks and guard post for kobold, for the kobolds tribes warriors. There's 3 kobolds and stuff like that, and you can, you know, look those up using your monster manual and things like that. So, yeah.
And the kobolds will help them.
Yeah, if you reply to them. Well, it makes sense too, because this is a level 1 adventure. So there's also random encounters.
Great.
Which is awesome. I always love me some random encounters.
Fun fact for the DM: if they tap the keg, they get attacked by little elementals.
You should be. Yeah.
Serves you right.
And that's the enchanted water. Yeah. You don't tap those kegs, buddy. You drink after the adventure, not before, not during.
Right.
Safety.
It'd be funny if they took it back to town and gave it to the innkeeper. Like, here, for good luck, and then they tap it and just get attacked by elementals.
Well, the innkeeper would totally take him out because he's like a level 40 adventurer. So you don't even. Well,
Durnan, yeah, I meant like Oakhurst at the beginning.
Yeah, no,
the little village they quest out of.
Hey, that's just an adventure hook for the next one.
That would be fun. Yeah, that's how you link it to elemental evil.
Yep. Bingo. See, it's all
coming together.
It's all interconnected. Drake's a DM too, so he knows how to use the side adventures.
So yeah, and this more or less is the same kind of format we've come to expect from 5e pre-gens before. It's like it'll break it down by the area. Like you'll have your exposition, what you need to know as they express. It looks like the kobolds here are led by this
kobold king with a ring.
I believe it's her. Yzdriel?
Or her?
Her.
Fair enough. I haven't actually read through this whole adventure.
Sanctuary cells, rats, and then eventually you hit the goblins, which are cohabitating. Is that a halfling that's been kidnapped or a gnome? That's a gnome.
You know, if it's a gnome, just leave it there.
Yeah, he can stay.
That's okay.
Push it behind
nobody
a rock.
likes gnomes.
That poor cage has a gnome inside it.
Goblinville. Well, so you get the idea here. There's a lot of stuff, and this is just the first one.
Yeah, there's the thing that I appreciate, because this is obviously meant to be a multi-session kind of long-term thing. There's a lot of diversity within this dungeon.
Yeah,
like, this is all one adventure, but as soon as you get on the ground, you have like plant life growing up. So and that's in of itself, just at a really basic level, is a good cue for people making their dungeons where you want to break up that monotony.
Oh yeah.
Even if they're in a dungeon literally for days, it doesn't need to feel that way, and you can make it interesting and flesh things out with change of scenery, and that'll lend
even
a lot.
Changing the description from like a stone floor to like a loose dirt floor with plants growing out, like you mentioned, like that. At least it signals to the player, hey, this is different. The more breaks it up.
Exactly. The more you can give the players to think about, the more they'll actually be there.
Yeah, totally.
And that's the best.
Yeah.
Goal.
When you don't you lay the foundations for the description, but then you let the players just imagination go bonkers.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're gonna skip ahead because it's got the aftermath of the whole adventure as well, and then it's gonna go right into Fury of the Forge. Or sorry, the Forge of Fury. Wow, I can read.
Yes, you can.
Yeah. So, but it again takes you back through the same kind of rundown here, and again the original, the Forge of Fury adventure. But yeah, let's skip ahead. I don't want to do the tomb.
Yeah. There's a relatively short list of unique magical items that aren't or from the DMG, like specific ones. Saw a couple of those there. I saw, I think, a blink dog hide or something else. There were a couple of things I hadn't seen before. It's from Dead and Thay.
Dead and Thay.
Which is
one of your favorites,
kind of close to Cityscape, actually. It's this very urban-oriented
adventure
fight versus the like undead kind of overlords sort of thing. Uh-oh.
There's some cool stuff going on there. Again, I'm just flipping around at this point, gibbering mouth.
We're also stat blocks in the back, I know.
All right, let's skip ahead over to that. I don't want to give everything away, but it's such a cool one. Oh, okay, here's where we get to the creatures. Let me back up. Magic item appendix, what Jake was just talking about. This is the kind of a big deal, so you want to check to see if there is a specific magical item in the adventure. It's got all the interesting stuff here for you. We've got creature index, and I don't know if this covers every monster in the book, but it's probably a good mix. And
I would imagine that this includes ones that aren't in the monster manual. I know that the Barghest is in Volos, so so we might see some duplicates from there, but most of these, like an animated table, are not in the monster manual, and that's usually what they'll stick in the appendices for the pre-gens, or ones that are not otherwise available. Like, we probably won't see a kobold stat block in here.
All I know is there's a freaking centaur mummy.
I know there's a sentient greatsword named Champion.
No, it's actually a medium humanoid. The sword that the champion probably.
I was hoping it'd be Champion.
I was actually hoping that
he's my champion.
Yeah, I'd be afraid of a sentient creature.
Chokers. Haven't seen them. They were in 4s, right? Or were they in 3 when these guys first showed up? Deathlock was.
Should ask JR for that one. Oh, the Deathlock what? Dread Warrior. Yeah, so these are some of the newest. Obviously, yeah.
But a lot of these we have seen before. They
Giant
just kind of brought back a giant crayfish.
The Illusionist. Greater Zombies. Greater Zombies are such jerks.
Giant subterranean lizard.
Giant lightning eels. Woo. Yeah, this one actually says, was it Giant Skeleton, Giant Lizard. Giant lightning eel can electrify the water around it. You're gonna use probably the giant eel from the. Do you think the DMG has it?
I think that this is actually the final encounter.
Oh no, it's right there. Duh. Yeah.
I think this is your final boss.
One of them.
I think that's Tomoa Khan.
Oh, for the for the. I know what you're talking about. Nereids.
These are cool.
Oh, this one's from it's the one you were just talking about.
Tomoa Khan.
Tomoa Khan, yeah. I know that one's in there. There's a room where they're bathing.
Fey mermaids.
Yeah.
Sirens, I think.
They're kind of like sirens, but they have like a piece of cloth. Little spoiler: attack the cloth. It's really weird.
Oh.
Yeah. Cool. I don't know if the old one was like that. I don't know if it's.
I'm sure it is.
Yeah. Don't kiss them because you'll die. There's a martial arts adept. I wonder is.
A sea lion. I love it.
Is he in here? Is the big man in here?
Huh?
The Lich.
Who are you looking for?
Oh, you'll know. Vampiric Mist! One of the best monsters / worst art of all time.
Blue.
I don't know if he's in here. Maybe he's in the adventure. Anyway, I don't want to spoiler anymore, but that's pretty much everything you're gonna want to check that out. So again, those 7 adventures: Against the Giants, Dead and Thay, the Forge of Fury, the Hidden Shrine of Tomoa-chan. Tomoa.
I think it's Tomoa Khan.
Tomoa Khan.
But I may be mistaken.
The Sunless Citadel, Tomb of Horrors, and White Plume Mountain. So check those out. That is Tales from the Yawning Portal. So pumped. Let's hop out for a really quick recap. Wow. So that was the Yawning Portal. I'm keeping this one, by the way. This one's coming home with me.
That's okay.
Yeah. You got a stack, right?
I'll put it on your tab.
Yeah, it's getting scary. Let's crunch some numbers on this one real quick. So excited about this one. This is, of course, Yawning Portal
from Wizards of the Coast.
It is for use with D&D 5th edition, but feel free to use it for other games too. It's got a ton of great ideas in there for the adventures.
I'm just gonna start writing down like traps. I'm gonna dissect the Tomb of Horrors, and it's gonna be great.
The Tomb of Horrors. I've actually run that from a previous game, and it's
a nightmare.
Yeah, it's fun.
But it is a 5th edition hardcover. Yes. It is $49.95 price tag that we've kind of come to expect from the from the books we've seen.
Totally worth it, in my opinion. Hands down. But it's not in stores everywhere just yet.
Select hobby stores like ourselves have a pre-release kind of pre-print run that we have available for in stores now.
And the official release is in a couple weeks anyway. So if your hobby store, if your favorite local gaming store doesn't have it in stock, just give them some time. They'll have it. But it's out mostly for the most part. Well, I'm AdamHarry from Bowls,
and I'm Drake with Dragons Are Comics and Fantasy.
And this has been another Tabletop Spotlight. Thanks for watching. Tabletop Spotlight brought to you by Dragon's Lair Comics and Fantasy. Thanks for watching.